Ignite. CEDH.
Welcome to Ignite CDH, where we spark the conversation in CDH. My name is Joseph.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Kevin.
Today we're going to talk about some more spoilers for the Lorwyn Eclipsed, go over some tournaments coming up in our local area, and a few overreactions. If you like the content, please comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Completely free on your end. Helps us a lot. Let's get into it. We're going to take a look into a few new cards here. Overall, set is pretty mid in the eyes of a CDH player. Vexing Squelcher, which we talked about last week, is by far the standout card. Everything else, like, there's some cards that go into a few decks that I can see make some decks at least playtesting them. There's nothing that was like super intriguing.
I want to mention Vexing Squelcher. These cards will be for the tournament coming up this weekend. We'll have it's pre-released, so you can play them in any of the tournament. And we were talking about it in our group chat, and Vexing Squelcher makes it so your spells can't be countered. Vexing Bauble makes it so everyone's zero-cost spells can't be countered. If you have Vexing Bauble in your deck, Vexing Squelcher out, you play them, you can now play zero-cost spells.
Yep. I believe I mentioned it in Atali last week. It gets around Vexing Bauble for Atali flips.
Yeah.
That's why it's really good in Atali.
But it's interesting, like, if you had, like, say, Blue Farm and you had both in there, like, you just play one early and then later you play it,
Yeah, like, both probably be in Ral, and Ral already plays Vexing Bauble because it doesn't really care about Vexing Bauble like the Ultimate does, but if you can control getting rid of Vexing Bauble, it's completely a fine card.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how it shapes up the tournament, so I guess more creature removal.
Yeah, we'll definitely see going into next weekend. I still don't know what I'm playing because the tournament we're going to is only 10 proxy, so I don't have a lot of choices.
Yeah, I gotta get that
I don't even think Ral is less than 10 proxies right now, which is kind of annoying. So I probably can't bring Ral, which means the only decks I could probably bring is Atali and a Kenrith. Those are like my only decks that I'm really close on. Our rating skill is 0, is an unplayable CDH card. Completely unplayable, will not see play, and we like to be wrong. 1 is a fringe card. It needs a reason to be played, synergizes with Commander, etc. And All-Star card for Commander is what we rank number 2 as. So like a Cataract Parasite for Obnix. Those type of effects that really synergize with a known commander that can really come out of the woodworks there. 3 is a solid card, kind of like Opposition Agent, Dothy, Voidwalker, Archivist of Ogma. They're cards that will see play in many decks because they're either a card engine or a stacks piece that is reliable. 4 are staples. They will see play in most decks of their colors, such as like Deflecting SWAT or Swords of the Plowshares and stuff like that. And then 5 is an all-star card. It will kind of warp the format, kind of like Ristic Study and Fish are right now. Those are definitely 5s out of 5s. Hexing Shusher last week, I think, is going to be a 5 out of 5.
Kevin's got it a little lower right
Yeah, a little lower.
I
think he's going to change his mind on that.
We'll see. I'm open to
see.
it.
Let's go into the first card.
First card is Vibrance. 3 and 2 hybrid green-red. When this creature enters, if red-red was spent to cast it, it deals 3 damage to any target. And then when this creature enters, if green-green was spent to cast it, search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, you gain 2 life. And it has Evoke, hybrid green-red, hybrid green-red. This card is basically another way to tutor Gaia's Cradle.
It is one of the cheapest ways to tutor Gaia's Cradle that Rog Thras has available to them. The only other one that I can really think of is like they can play Sylvan Scrying, but they don't typically. But they obviously Crop Rot. So this is
because you just evoke it, right? And
yeah.
then it
You
dies.
invoke it for 2. 2 green. You go get a Gaia's Cradle from your deck and gain 2 life. Very strong card for Rogthras. I don't see it being played in any other deck right now.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
So if you say you evoke it for 2 red, you will tutor your. Oh no, it needs the green to tutor. So the 2
Yeah.
red would just be like a lightning bolt, the
Yeah.
expensive one.
Yeah, it's a 2 red Lightning Bolt or a 2 green Sylvan Scry. The same difference, to be honest.
Which isn't bad if you have to get rid of a Vexing Squelcher or a Grand Abolisher, because it's evoke. No, evoke still casts, so that doesn't stop it.
Yeah,
You can't
Invoke is
do that.
still
Yeah.
and it's sorcery speed, so it's like
Oh, it's sorcery.
yeah, it's a creature.
It's not like endurance though. When we could
Endurance has the word flash on it.
Right. Oh yeah, this is so much worse.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not great, but it is a way to tutor Gaia's Cradle, which is what Rogthras pretty much wants to be doing. I think it's a 1 for me personally. I think it goes in that specific deck and maybe one other deck. And I guess any green-red deck that wants Cradle probably plays this, but it's not something you're like. I don't think it's going to be stable in any deck.
I definitely think it is going to find a spot in Rogthras because it has the utility of being a lightning bolt on a 4/4 creature for a reasonable amount of mana for Rogthras. In the Rogthrases that care about like all 3 colors, this becomes a better card. The Simic ones probably don't really care too much about this card, but the red ones can find a use for both abilities. Those decks are pretty notorious for not playing a lot of removal, and this really counteracts that. It gets rid of a Draenei Magistrate, right? Like, it has that ability on it.
Yeah.
It can be definitely a solid card. It's
It's a utility card. It's
a
not.
utility.
It's
yeah.
not the all-star. It's not going to win you the game. It doesn't do anything we haven't seen before.
It has value.
So I don't know if I would consider it an all-star, but it's good.
Oh, fair.
I think it's.
It's
I think it's.
then it's a 1.
I think it's a
Sure.
1. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm being generous. I think giving this thing a 1.
Yeah, it's probably sub 1, but 1
Yeah.
is fine. I think Rogthras goes in.
Yeah.
What's on next on our list, guys?
Altogether is about a 1, maybe half. on that scale.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
A 0.75.
I don't play the decks that this goes in, so I don't know enough about it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that good.
The only thing interesting about it is it fetches Cradle. That's the. If this didn't fetch Cradle, it wouldn't see play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
already
exactly.
so many cards that do that. Is this the best one now? You're saying? I don't know.
But no, not the best.
No,
one.
so it's not the best one, but it's better than other versions of cards that people have been playing.
Well, true. I guess crop rotation's the best one, but I think it's crop rot, and then there's a big falling off. Right? Is this?
The issue is it goes into your hand.
It
It does not go
ramped
into
you,
play.
like if it's went into play, it would be much better.
Yeah.
But
Like, people are playing Sowing Michael Spawn, which is a 4-drop, with a very similar effect, except for it goes into your hand. This can be played for 2 less mana, but it has the downside of you need to land drop to do it. It's, like, very similar.
I don't know. I don't play those decks. So it's a 0 to a 1.
Tam, Mindful First Year, legendary creature, Gorgon Wizard. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. The tap target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn, and it's a 2/2. This specifically goes in Sisay, and this is probably an A+ card in Sisay. It protects Sisay, it makes her tutor for anything you want, and it's easy. I think you can tutor for like just with just Sisay on the battlefield.
No, you need one. You need 1 color addition.
Okay, there you go.
Sisay is a 2/2 that searches for X, where X is 1 minus the power.
On minus the power, okay, yeah. Still,
Or power minus 1. Sorry.
yeah.
So great with Bloom Tender, Faber Elder, all that.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of stuff.
This
Yeah.
this is a big Sisay card for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like this is already very pushed. I don't think it pushes it over the edge or anything, but I think this definitely goes in that deck. It's a 2 in that deck for me. It's going to be an all-star in that deck.
Yeah, and that's it. Doesn't see any playing Kinnan. Kinnan's tight already. This isn't a Kinnan card. It's not
No.
quite good.
No,
enough.
you don't need 5 color in Kinnan. Hexproof
No.
is not a big deal. The fact that you can make your... Even the fact that you could just make your Sisei hexproof is a huge effect.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I tapped this card. Now only colorless cards can affect this card. Which, there are not a lot of colorless cards that care about
No.
things on the field.
Sisei already has one similar. I guess this is just a better that Scribe Defector Might or something. They play something like that. It's a one drop.
I've never seen a Sisei play that card recently. This
No,
is not
but
a bad card for the 99. I don't see them tutoring it too often. It's my other concern. It's a little slow for the 5 color effect, but it's not bad. It's not
I
bad.
don't know enough about the deck for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, it seems solid. I don't know. I'm sure they have. It's probably like what, the 95th to 105th card in there or something. Some are going to be on it, some are not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would go in most Sisei lists. It really depends on... You know what I think this replaces?
What's up?
It might replace like Cultist of the Absolute.
Cultist of the Absolute.
Yeah, I don't know what that card is.
It's a pretty bad Sisei card, but it's good for Sisei.
Commander
directly-
You and get +3/+3 and have flying, Death Touch Ward, pay 3 life. Yeah, I could see it replacing that if they play that. But 1 more mana for like the hexproof effects and being able to make 5 colors or like that's really
Yeah.
it.
I just lost to Sisei at ETB. I have a terrible matchup against Sisei. I don't know the combos in the deck enough. My big thing is I try to like Gilded Drake a Sisei just so I don't have to worry about it for a while or kill it. If Sisei's doing its thing, I've already
That's the way to
lost.
do it, yeah.
Yeah,
Or Spellskite's a good tech against them. I like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
yeah, it's like... I find it... Sisei is like... There's a lot of ways to win with Sisei, and there's a few ways to build it. There's definitely like a Planeswalker line that is pretty well known at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's the creature lines that you have mainly revolve around Derevi, and then there's the Clam Chowder, which is just 5 color good stuff soup.
And you see Sisei sits there. It doesn't look that scary, but it'll get Sisei. If it gets a Cabbage Merchant, it's going to play this early. It's just going to sit there looking like nothing. Then a Cabbage Merchant's going to come down or something. And then it's just a matter of time before they just win uninteractable.
Yeah.
And this gives it all protection. So I can see how it's a problem.
Sometimes you can get away with one. You can get away with Sisei searching once, but the second search for sure, you're dead.
Yeah.
And it's all like none of it's counterable. It's like you need removal or well-timed plays.
There's a card in Sisei I lost to. It didn't even look that bad. It was like a turn, whatever. He played it. All humans can tap for any colored mana or something. I forget the name of the card.
Okay. Yep.
And then a Kinnan came down right after, and it was just done. Like, it was just exploded.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
What's next on our... Oh, this is probably 2. I think it's really good in Sisei. The fact that this could come down potentially on turn 1 and just be a 5 color card to pump Sisei, it's pretty warping for it. I can definitely see it being a very powerful utility thing. It's just a little slow. I don't see it like format defining.
Yeah.
For sure.
Next,
Vexing Squelcher or whatever.
no, it's not. Next, I had Voracious Tome Skimmer. Creature, fairy, rogue. Flying, when you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. It's a 2/3 flyer. This helps make control a little bit better. Mostly I'm thinking
Talion?
Talion, yeah. But technically any blue-black deck where you're casting spells in your opponent's turn, this is fine.
It's not the easiest thing to cast.
Yeah, that is really hard. No colorless mana at all in this thing. Yeah. I was a little higher on it, but yeah.
It's not too bad. There's like theoretically a combination of like 4 different ways to cast this. All blue, all black, 2 black, 2 blue. Yeah. It's like there's a different combination to kind of do it. It could be decent in like maybe a Yuriko deck as well, because Yuriko is kind of like a control-ish aggro deck. It's weird. It's like a tempo deck.
High Fate
Yeah,
Trickster's
that's
a
true.
fairy, right?
It also has flying.
High
It's
Fate
not like
Trickster is a fairy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think fairies are getting close to having this Talion control deck. They need some kind of fairy uniting piece, and I think they're getting close.
Talion's a fairy.
I know there's a lot of these fairies, but there's no like synergy of I don't know.
Yeah,
It's-
Fairy Tribal is a deck in like was a deck in Modern at one point, but it has a lot of utility. Like Vendilion Click was a decent card removal, but it is a lot slower these days with fairies. Like everything is just out tempos it. It's fine. I would give this card probably less than a 1. I don't see the line as much. Like I could see like blue-black control being fine with this card, but the control deck of right now is blue-white, and blue-white's kind of going hard in my eyes.
It's a 0 for me. I don't see where this plays. It's too hard to cast.
Yeah, it's a 2 for me. I think we got some, not necessarily an all-star, but I think it's going to be like a fringe CDH card. You'll see it in control lists, or lists that want to go off at instant speed. But I don't think it's gonna. Look, we're not gonna make waves with this card. I don't think.
I think it's a 0 right now, but if the hybrid mana rule comes into play, I could see it going into a 1.
It's fair.
Like if this deck can go into this card can go into Shorakai, it might be able to see play in a control deck.
It might even go into some Kinnan builds if it's at 0.
If the hybrid rule comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a terrible flip. You're casting some stuff, High Fate Trickster, Valley Flood Caller. You don't care about your life. If that happens. I hope the hybrid rule change doesn't happen, though. I don't think it's good for the format, but yeah.
I don't think it really affects the format too much, though. Like, the biggest thing that it affects is... Luris is going to be a huge annoyance, for sure. Putting that in some decks that are not white-black. Like Shorakai probably play Luris. A bunch of decks can just kind of throw it in for free. But the other one would be Manamorphose going into like Ral. Like those are really the only ones that I can think of easily that seem like it would matter. I don't think it's format defining, but it is still. It has a positive. Like I can see why. Like, you don't need to pay the second mana. Like, you don't need to play this for black. It can be an all-blue card. And be fine.
So, the next card is Mischievous Sneakling. 1 in a hybrid red... 1 in a hybrid blue-black. Shapeshifter, flash, 2/2.
It's a Yuriko Changeling. Like, it's a ninja at flash speed. Like, it's a flash ninja. Yuriko doesn't need to tap out on turn 2. If they need a creature, or turn 3 if they need another creature. They can hold up interaction and have a ninja come in at the end step of the previous turn. It's probably less than a 1. It's probably like a 0.5 for me. But I put this on the list just because I think it could be okay in Yuriko.
Yeah, I think the 2 mana probably kills it. They have a lot of 0 and 1 mana things.
Well, you want to... The two mana thing that you want to do is Yuriko.
Yeah.
So.
But it's, like, nothing you said is false. That's all, right? I don't think it's, I don't think some Yuriko lists might play it, but I don't think it's going to be, like, a staple in Yuriko.
I know it's not there yet, but the one thing that always these cheap costed changelings, I always think of Mox Jasper. If we start getting cheap enough and enough of them, that Mox Jasper makes its way into CDH.
I don't think Mox Jasper needs a lot of help.
Yeah. It just gets closer. Like I'd see maybe like one deck or something eventually. You know. But yeah.
Scion the Ur Dragon. Scion of the Ur Dragon does not play Mox Jasper, and that's the closest deck that would.
Yeah, I think you need these cheap changelings to get it online early. Kind of then it's more like a Mox Amber.
Next card.
Yeah.
So this is probably a 0, but it was interesting enough to bring it on the list. I would try to look through all the changelings just to see if there's any like good Yuriko ones. They're just all like their faces show, pretty derpy. They're they're just cute little guys.
Actually, I wonder how our local Yuriko player, he wasn't on Yuriko at the last tournament, so I wonder how he's finding Yuriko lately. See,
What was he on?
I forget, but it was a different deck. I forget what
At
it was.
ETB? I don't even recall.
He wasn't at not ETB, the last Orangeville one.
Oh, I missed Orangeville.
It wasn't Yuriko. I forget what it was. I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. So maybe Yuriko's falling off a little bit. I don't know. He's the best.
Yuriko was never on. It was just, it's a fine deck. It's a tier in CDH. It's probably a tier 2 deck. It's good for like newer players. It's a really strong deck if you know how to manipulate it. But its win con is very linear and easy to stop. Like if you have blockers for specific things, it's hard to kind of Yuriko to push, right? Kinscar's Century is a Kifkin soldier with first strike and lifelink 2/2. When this creature attacks, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, attack and attacking, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. The reason why I don't see this in Blue Farm is, A, it's slow. It requires an attack. And you don't... Blue Farm plays, 13 creatures?
Yeah, the issue isn't necessarily that you need to attack, because you do that in Blue Farm anyway. The issue is you don't really run
amount
out
of
creatures
attacking.
for it. Yeah.
This is a insane... It triggers Winota, which is a huge thing. It has first strike, and it puts another creature onto the battlefield, which Winota just plays utility creature after your utility creature. I think this is solid 2 for Winota. Like, if we're thinking of just Winota, it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah. I think
for the CDH format, it's a 2 for our scale.
Yeah, putting it in, like, it has lifelink, it's first strike, so it attacks well, but you just don't really run enough creatures in Blue Farm to take advantage of that effect.
Right now, Blue Farm's leaning more turbo heavy, so yeah, I agree. But if the meta slows down, you have this. It synergizes great with Voice of Victory. All those little 1/1s that attack. You can just in Blue Farm. One of its biggest things is not having enough mana. So this kind of solves your mana cheating out good creatures that are usually all 2 or 3 drops. I think it has a lot of potential. And I think this should be a potential in just about any Tymna deck. In Blue Farm, like I would like to test this out in mine, especially if you're on more of the Professional Face Breaker package in that treasure package, like Knuckles, and the attacking one. Like DRC, it synergizes with. Like sometimes you might just 3 attacks and.
Yeah, I just don't know how often you're stuck with creatures in your hand. Is the difference? Like,
yeah, okay, to actually get stuff out. And
like
though
this ability is only good if you could do it every turn and have a creature to put it into play every turn.
Now,
Winota will be having
the only
that case.
upside to this, one of the upsides to this in Blue Farm is it lets you get out a Grand Abolisher without having to put it on the stack.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's very
that is valid. That is valid.
Yeah, I think we're
And
probably
it doesn't
talking-
take much. Like you just need a Tymna and this to attack to get a Grand Abolisher out.
Yeah.
It could be interesting, but it's also like I feel like red alarms would go off when people see this attack.
I don't think it would the very first time. The second time you attack with it, or the second time you play at that tournament, people are like, "Oh, you can't. We gotta remove that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
And then-
just yeah.
It could take away removal from like another important piece from your opponents. It's like when I played Blue Farm, it's like for me it's like I want to put spells on the stack that people will accept to resolve or accept to stay on the battlefield, but they won't use their pieces on it. That's like where my Rogthras brain kind of came into play. Is like Rogthras has a lot of incremental value, and nobody really wanted to deal with that incremental value until it was like too late. This, I feel like you put it onto the board, it's going to warrant a removal spell, probably rightfully, and then it's one less removal spell for that Ral that is not in play yet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give this a 2 for Winota and like a 1 for maybe half for the general format. Um, if a deck like Blue Farm gets more creature focused and you get up to like 20, 25 creatures, it might be worth it. But I don't see Blue Farm going in that
TNT?
direction right now. TNT, yeah.
TNT
I
is a
think
creature-focused blue farm.
I'm gonna throw it up there for a 3. I think it's alongside of
All right.
like it doesn't go in every deck, but it's like Archivist of Ogma like, it's Dothy Voidwalker like I think this is gonna be a card, especially if the meta slows down, you're gonna see this in and out. I'm a little high on it, but I think this is good design space, you know? It's not like just an automatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree that this is the opposite of Hexing Shisher. It is a good designed card. It seems pretty balanced. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be like Winota's going to be able to literally play anything from their hand within 2 combats of this being attacking, just because of how Winota works. But it can be very, very strong very quickly. And there's some pretty hot cards Winota can just put into play attacking, and when it deals combat damage, game's just kind of over.
Honestly,
Speaking of hot
this might be
cards,
better in a generic Tymna deck than Winota, just because sometimes Winotas don't have a lot of cards in their hand. They don't have the card draw to keep putting the creatures out. While Blue Farm, like other Tymna decks have that card advantage to refill a deck with blue if you don't have the mana. But
It's
who knows?
definitely-
I think it's an interesting card.
It's a 2 for me. It's hot in Winota. I don't see a design space availability for like a different deck right now.
And the next card is also hot.
Do you
Kindle
think it
the
goes in
Inner
Tymna
Flame.
Dargo at all? Or no? No, that's too turbo of a deck, right? Okay.
2 turbo. The fact that you have to wait a turn
Yeah.
is turns down that card a lot. Kindle the Inner Flame. It's a Kindred sorcery elemental for 3 and a red. Create a token that is a copy of a target creature you control, except for it has haste at the beginning of its end step. Sacrifice this token. It has flashback for behold 3 elementals, and 1 in a red. It's an Atali card.
Yep.
It's not a
That's-
good Atali card.
That's about it.
It's not a good Atali card, but
20th-ish clone you play in Atali, more or less.
it's strictly worse than Electro Duplicate, which is a very similar card to this. It has flashback. It's a 3 mana copy spell that has flashback. Electro Duplicate is very hot. But I don't know how like behold 3 elementals. Does that mean
I don't think you can reveal or control them.
you have to have 3 different elementals?
Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna get the flashback.
I don't think
bonus.
that.
I don't
Yeah,
think you
I don't
can.
think that it's possible to flashback it in Atali, which makes this a very well balanced card. If this was just like another card that's really good for Atali, then it would probably be, honestly, rightfully annoying. But it's a good card for other, like, probably
It's-
just like a sealed event. But it doesn't make it into CDH, I don't think.
You don't think it makes Atali?
It's 4 mana for this effect. When you have a 2 mana Molten Duplication, a 3 mana,
Yeah, it's
2
a 4-mana,
mana Heat
4-mana
Shimmer.
Twin Flame is a lot.
Yeah.
It- It's like a 0.5 for me. It's the worst, not the worst effect of its kind in Atali, but it's the most expensive that you would want to run.
Yeah, the only other 4 drop that you do run is Electric Duplicate when it's flashbacked.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can cast it for 3 first is just way better. The thing is, like, Atali loves these, like, clone effects. Like, it is another clone effect, and there's not a whole lot of these effects that are in mono red, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, I could see people making room for it, but it is just, like, if you're casting it from your hand, it's a lot worse.
So the next card we have is Brigid Klaken's Heart. 2 and a white, legendary creature, Kithkin Warrior. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Brigid, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. At the first main phase, you may pay 2, or you may pay green if you do transform Brigid. And what happens when you pay green? Well, it transforms into a Gaia's Cradle. Tap to add X green or X white, so one or the other, where X is the number of other creatures you control. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay white if you do transform it. Stays as a 3/2.
This is a hot Selesnya card. Specifically Dog Thrash, which is like the Bant version of Thrasios deck. I think this is, again, a very hot card for that. That is a very strong effect to just have on a creature. I don't think any of us can disagree for Dog Thrash.
No,
but
I think this is a solid.
It's a solid card. The issue is not a lot of decks play Selesnya. It's like TNT and Dog Thrash that are the only ones that may care about this card.
Yeah, there's some fringe decks in there too, but you're really looking at the backs to like. You need a turn cycle to get this to the backside. You happily pay that when you get there, and then you have another Cradle. It's good. It's not. I don't think it's going to quite shatter the world, but it will be good in like Simic decks, specifically, or not Simic.
Bant.
I'm starting to come around to think Selesnya is maybe the best Cradle colors because that charismatic conquer, they can make a lot of tokens.
That's a take. Yeah.
Well, so like Selesnya is really good. I think Bant is better than Temur. Temur has like some really good cards for these Cradle decks, but like they all the Temur decks is like I play Temur because Rog costs 0.
Yeah.
Like sure.
Yeah.
It's that's the only thing that makes Temur better than Bant is because you play Commander that costs 0 and then you also have Deflecting Spot. It's not like the most encouraging.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there's this card now, it deters. I think a lot of Rog Thrash players are going to be more motivated to Dog Thrash because like a third Cradle is very hard to say no to.
Yeah, so that's what I shouldn't say Selesnya. I think the Dog Thrash I think is the better.
Yeah,
might be with the silence effects, the smothering tithes. I don't know. You get the new hexing squelch that card for. They're both good, I guess. Yeah. I don't know which one's better, but I really underestimated Dog Thrash until I was in a very long game with it last weekend at ETB, and he was a good pilot.
I would rate this maybe actually 3.5. I think it's like getting close to a really good card. It has like all the ability to be a great card for like Cradle decks specifically. It generates a second creature. It generates mana. Like it has that ability to just kind of ramp you really quickly.
Yeah, I think it's probably a 2.75 borderline on a 3. You want the right deck for her, but in the right deck, it's gonna shine.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I the only reason why I don't rate it like super high is because Selesnya is not wildly played. Like Seon's Red is a very rare deck to play. And then like white green in any combination, I can think of 2 decks, and it's like there are some Selesnya decks that would love this, like Elevir and stuff like that, but like those are really tier 2.
The fringe decks.
CDH, they're fringe. They're fine by any means, but I just don't see them tournament, and we focus on tournament play, the 3 of us. And the tournament play decks, this is really Dog Thrash and TNT. I don't think it actually can fit into any other deck, unfortunately. That sees wide tournament play.
It's nice having another Derevi target too, I think, for this too. If you don't have your Cradle for some reason.
I think this also suffers from being a little bit slow. Just like, again, you need to wait an entire turn cycle to transform it.
Yeah, but for Dog Thrash, I don't think that really matters because like you can get this out on turn 2 pretty comfortably. And then turn 3 you have a second Cradle.
Flitterwing Nuisance, just a blue mana, creature fairy rogue, flying, and enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. 2 in a blue, remove a counter from this creature whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker. This turn, draw a card. It's a 2/2, but comes in as a 1/1 because of the counter. This is a Eureka card, and that's it.
It's a good Yuriko card. It's a 1-drop with invasion effect. That also can draw you a card a little later. Like
Yeah, it's a good
it's
Yuriko card. It'll
it's
fill
a
your
pretty
hand
good
later.
Yuriko card. It will not see any play anywhere else,
Sweet
and
art there.
rightfully. But it is a Yuriko card. It also has sweet special art.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think it's
Showcase
like
art.
a 1.5 in Yuriko. You do want to you have card advantage in your command zone, but you drawing cards is also just never a bad thing to do. 1 mana flyer. It does everything you want in a Eureka creature. Notably, you can use this with, if you really wanted to abuse this effect, with the Blight creature we showed last week, the Dissident. But then you're getting into too much, not too much, but it's really just like a small combo. It's fine. It's still a 1.5 for me.
Yeah, I see it getting room in a Yuriko deck because there are some. Just having invasion on a creature is really hot.
Yeah, evasion is what you need. Yeah.
Like this card, sorry, Mateo played Spectral Sailor, and this card is very similar to it. It doesn't have flash, but it has a draw card effect that is 1 less.
Yeah.
And they play that card. Spectral Sailor having flash is kind of hot, to be fair, but it's just tough to kind of 100% say.
Yeah. What's your number on this card?
It's probably a 1.5. I think I think it fits into Yuriko perfectly. It's kind of exactly what they need, but it can't see play in anything else. So
I'm putting it at 0.5. I think Yuriko has better 1-drops, but I'm sure it'll see play.
I think it's a good 1-drop. But the last card we're going to talk about, last card we had on our list, is Marilyn, Fey Ascendant. This is on the list as a commander, actually. Flying 4/5, 2, and black, green, blue. Whenever it or another elf or fairy you control enters the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, once each turn you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves or fairies you control from among cards exiled with Marilyn this turn without paying its mana cost. This card has a lot of tools to kind of get there for me. The ETB is easily abusable with any infinite flickers, infinite mana, but most decks should be able to win with infinite mana. So it doesn't really stand out there, but that's just another way you could win. And then each turn, it's not just your turn, it's every turn. So you can, if you hit counter magic off of your opponent's spells, you can use it. And then you obviously have the combo finish of blinking this infinitely or blinking another elf infinitely to exile your opponent's libraries. It's in good colors for it. It's the infinite mana outlets of Ouroboros and Gaia's Cradle can get there. You have black for tutors, blue for control magic. I think this has the tools to get there. We'll see if it does.
Yeah, I see it very maybe high power. I don't think it cracks CDH, but it is a
Really?
interesting card.
Wow.
If it had white for Emil, I think it pops off with Emil. But
Okay.
can you tell me a black, green, or blue flicker effect that's not Deadeye Navigator
Displacer
that
Kitten.
can abuse this? Okay, that's Displacer Kitten really relies on non-creature spells, so you're not going to be able to really cast a lot of stuff. It's interesting. It's definitely spicy, but I just think it's just high power. I think it can be very interesting, but I don't see. I'm ready to be shocked by it, but I just don't see it. Does that make sense?
I mean, I think it's an interesting design space. I think it's a good card, but fortunately for CDH, you have to have a reason to be playing your commander, and you're just better off usually with a Thrasios partner pair than this. I mean, why aren't you just playing Timna Thrasios? Or, Timna Thras, TNT, right?
Or even Tevish Thras. It just feels
there's just, the partners offer so much more. Turn on your Fierce Guardianship early.
drawing cards.
It's
The
an
fact-
interesting effect, but yeah.
If just the fact that you need flicker effects, it's just makes this card feel a lot worse.
Yeah, I think this will be a fringe commander. I don't think you're going to see
The
it a lot.
issue with flickering this card is every time you flicker it, it gets rid of the previous amount of exiled cards.
It does, yeah.
So you can only cast the cards that you currently have exiled with this card.
Yeah, but if you're flickering it, you're probably winning if you're flickering it. That's the idea.
If you flicker another elf, then yeah. But flickering this card specifically,
you can flicker other elves.
it just
too.
exile your it's like Atali. You exile your opponent's libraries and pass the turn.
Yeah.
It's fine. Again, I don't see it being super powerful, but it is the best legendary we have. That's multicolor.
All right. Well, that's all for the new cards. Do you have anything for us to get upset at?
Yeah, I've got a couple things. Worst card released in 2025. What do you think was the worst card that they released last year that hurt the format? What you wish they never printed?
Hurt the format. Well, Nadu wasn't last year.
I think Nadu was good for the format. I'm gonna die on that hill.
That's tough.
You're gonna die on that hill.
Yeah.
You're dying. You're definitely dying on that.
I like strong commanders that are partners.
Worst for the format. It's a good question.
That is a good question. I don't think there's much bad for the format printed this year. You might say Voice of Victory because it encourages non-interaction.
That's exactly right. Not much interaction. Low. It just fits into any, white deck. It just splat one white. It's not even 2 pips like Grand Abolisher. Too easy to cast. That's my worst.
Yeah. I would agree. Voice of Victory. Silence effects is like that's the third silence effect on a creature. No, third or fourth. Grand Abolisher, Voice.
There's that Cutzel.
Silence and Ranger. Cutzel, yeah. Cutzel doesn't see play though.
Well,
I feel like it has to be Voice of Victory. If we go back to 2024 Orcish Bowmasters.
And Voice is our first 1 pip silence effect. Every other one has had 2 pip. Other than silence itself, the instant. But, Cutzel 2 pips, Ranger Captain, it's...
Yeah.
I don't like that. And it synergizes too well as just value play with Tymna. Tymna is arguably the best commander in the format, and it synergizes just too perfectly with it. I don't like that card, but that's my worst pick. What's yours?
It's probably Voice. I don't like what Cabbage Merchant does, but it is a really good card for green, and it's very valuable. And I don't think it's broken, and that's the only other card that comes to mind that felt absurd. Voice of Victory goes in every single white deck, and it's just a cheaper silence effect than Grand Abolisher.
Yeah.
We all hate Grand Abolisher. Now, Grand Abolisher is better by a standard of you can't activate abilities of artifact creatures or lands.
Yeah. You can still activate and do lands.
Sorry, not lands, enchantments. And basically any non-land permanent. So that's really... It's a really good effect, but it's just kind of... Voice of Victory just being 1 less white for generic instead is a very strong card. Mobilize doesn't come up to as often as I expected it to when it came out this year, but
I like it in Tim.
It's hot. It's 100% hot, but it's just needing to attack. You need to make sure someone's open because you're attacking with your silence effect.
It's hard to kill a 1/3 though. It is.
It's hard, yeah. Yeah, definitely Voice of Victory. I don't see anything else being format defining.
Well, the other thing with Voice is
Warping.
No, it's not popular in the format right now, but Mayhem Devil, they are sacks at the end step. That's 2 Mayhem Devil triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I could. The thing is, I can live with Voice in the format. I don't think it's necessarily awful.
Yeah. I don't.
That's why obviously Nadu was a card that was atrocious in the format. It was very hard to play with that card in the format, mostly because of tournament play. It takes a long time to resolve that card. That was the biggest negative about Nadu.
And interacting with Nadu feeds Nadu.
Yeah, exactly. So it's that was format warping, and Voice of Victory is more like a defining format, not warping it. It's fine. It's
were worried about Vivi this year. You guys haven't mentioned that yet, but that Vivi didn't live up to the hype so far.
Yeah,
It did in standard. That's where
Oh
it's-
yeah, right, yeah. Understand.
it's a good card. Like, that's a good card, but it is not a commander that stood out yet. We'll have to wait.
The
It's a
thing is-
wait and see thing.
Well, CDH is also so much more powerful than standard. Like,
Yeah.
VV just fits into CDH. Oh, you have your commander that makes mana. Okay, there's lots of commanders that do that. You have a commander that's an infinite combo with a card in the deck, an AP combo. A lot of commanders do that. It's not.
It
It's
just
not
it
doing anything
relies
special. Yeah.
it relies on like an effect that you have 4 of in the 99 card deck. Like,
Yeah.
and you have to resolve it. Like, it's tough. It's really strong for sure, but it's not oppressive.
I've got a what if for you. If Vivi had black in its color, do you think it'd be up there with one of the best Grixis commanders? You give the tutors to tutor for curiosity, and now you make your breach lines much easier.
In the 99, oh, it's the commander you said. What if VV had black? I mean, it would be good. I'm assuming it can tap for, or it can make black mana as well.
Yeah, let's throw that in there. Yeah, that's the only change in Vivi. It's still the same Is It pips to cast, but it has you can make black too.
Yeah. I think you'd like. You're still probably playing Rog Sai over it, because
Yeah.
Rog Sai is just so good at turbo.
Yeah.
But I think
Like,
it makes it better for sure.
adding black to that type of effect, it's still a storm
You're
deck.
still, yeah, it doesn't. You just have tutors.
Yeah,
and-
you're essentially only getting tutors. Like,
Well, the Thassa's comes online then. Tutors
Yeah,
are
sure,
big,
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
Tutor for curiosity for breach or Thassa's. Yeah.
just adding Thassa's to a deck doesn't really change the deck, right? Like,
And like
there's
decks
so
that
many
can
easy
run
ways to
Thassa's.
win with. There's so many easy ways to win with VV already that you don't really need Thassa's.
Yeah.
Thassa's is just a cop out in most decks.
Yeah, some decks that can run Thassa's just like don't. Like, it's
Yeah.
not optimal because Thassa's Oracle doesn't do anything on its own.
But just
Yeah,
about
like,
any
can it-
black,
can-
blue-black deck has Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation. Once you are
Sure,
outside black,
it's a
then
very it's the most
Thassa's goes
efficient
away.
combo in the format. It's just VV if it was Grixis, it would play it because it's the most efficient combo, but it's hard to see use for it right now. Like, it's you're trying to give a creature that is already fine on its own more ability to be in the format. I think it was well printed, and if it was Grixis, it probably... The issue is, like, I would see the generic pip going to be black instead, and that would make it worse. I don't see it being Is It and being a Grixis card, right? So, I don't know.
Alright.
I would still put it low on my list of playable commanders.
How are we doing on time for you there, Andrew?
We're good. I got a couple more for you. And okay, if you get to pick any of the bands coming up in February, you have a choice of one: Bowmaster's band, Ristic band, or a Timna band. What are you taking?
That's all cards I really like. Screw you. I don't like this. This game isn't fun anymore.
Bowmasters.
Bowmaster's for you. I guess I should add Thassa's Oracle because they mentioned that one as a possibility.
Probably Bowmasters.
Bowmaster.
Yeah.
I think so. Here's my explanation of Bowmasters. Bowmasters is a effect that is very negative to the table. It's like people, and this we talked about this last week in Hire's post. It's a effect that people argue that it's going to damage the person playing cards, drawing cards, but it never really affects the person who's drawing cards. It only affects the decks that care about creatures, and it just basically is non-stop board wipe. It is a negative effect to CEDH, and I would find it the most beneficial to be banned. The other cards you mentioned, Thassa's Oracle is a very easily counterable effect. It is the most efficient win con in a lot of decks, but we also play a format that is derived off of casual play. I just don't see that card being banned because casuals don't really play instant win combos. Ristic Study is very annoying of a card, but it is an effect that is kind of necessary to have in the format of like a card draw engine, or the format doesn't really go places. We'll like replace Ristic with worse versions of Ristic, but it is overall a necessary card against like turbo cards. Like it is a very good card against turbo, but it is a very negative effect because everybody hates when your opponent asks you to pay to 1. But it is an effect that is pretty, it's not balanced. It's like on a scale of unbalanced to balanced, it's like right in the middle. It's like teetering that line. It's like I'm 3 mana, but if I'm out for a long time, I become unbalanced. So it's like a constantly moving effect. 3 mana to and people pay their taxes. It's like an irrelevant card. The last card you mentioned was Tymna. Tymna is probably the best commander in the format because it is paired with others.
I don't think it is.
it
It's good. I don't think it's the best commander in the format.
If you look at statistics, any deck that any partner that runs Tymna is better than any other counterpart typically, except for Thrasios. Thrasios, I think, is the only partner pairing
You're adding black to a deck.
You're adding black and white to the deck, so you're adding silences and tutors, but you're also getting card draw in the command zone. Andrew had to go.
Andrew had to go.
Yeah, Bowmasters is by far the, I think, most like negatively affecting card of those 4.
Yeah.
Kev?
I had said Bowmasters. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like
do you
to
have an explanation?
No, I think you pretty much nailed it. I think people play it poorly. And then on top of that, it like punishing card, like it's gonna do something no matter what. I don't know.
I don't
have much of an
I think
explanation
if
for
it said whenever a player draws a card, deal 1 damage to a creature that player controls or that player, instead of being able to target anything on the board, any target, I think that would be a lot more balanced of a card. But the fact that your opponents can keep on drawing cards and just wipe your Kinnan board or wipe your Rogthras board, it's just like, it feels really bad.
Yeah. Do you want to get into tournaments coming up?
Yeah, so we talked about all the tournaments last week, so if you want a list of all the tournaments, go check out last week's episode, where we broke down Hexing Sculpture. Fucking stupid card. But for this weekend coming up, you will catch us. Me and Kevin are probably going to be doing pre-release at Forbes Hobby Shop for Lorwyn Eclipsed on Friday.
I'll be there Friday night and maybe Saturday. We'll see. Yeah. I always say maybe, and then I end up there anyway. So I don't know why I'm being coy with it. I'm probably going to be there on Saturday as well.
And then on Sunday, I believe Andrew is going to Orangeville for the monthly 1K.
Yep.
And then you and I are going to Cambridge for the Scrubland tournament, which I think has officially filled. I have not double checked.
It's full. Yeah, there's 32 entries. I got
32 entries.
31. There might be a spot. Go check the tournament.
Yeah. Good friends at Cambridge is hosting a tournament where there's a door prize of a Scrubland, and just like some store credit. Good people, good times, always fun.
Yeah.
And then again, Orangeville, they do a monthly One King of their series, Japanese format in Orangeville there at Fantasy Forge. Great store, has a lot of space. Also has a decent collection of cards, so you could usually find what you need. Other than that, there's a few tournaments coming up this month. Are you eyeing anything specifically?
Well, Forbes Hobbies, good friends there, me included, are hosting the first Mox Diamond qualifier So all year we're going to host tournaments. Once a month to qualify for a year-end tournament where the winner wins a Mox Diamond. The qualifier tournaments are all guaranteed $500 store credit and prizing. We have 10 people signed up, so we're starting to get a little full. We cap out at 28. Yep. And then Tough Mulligans is on the 31st, along with another store called Timmy's Lair, I think. They are hosting so Tough Mulligan starts at 9 a.m. CST, 10 a.m. Eastern for most people listening to this podcast. And then Timmy's Lair, which is a store in BC. I don't know exactly where in BC. Is hosting an online tournament with store credit to face-to-face games as the prize. I believe it's $20 or $25 to enter. So if you play Tough Mulligans and you scrub out, this one doesn't start until 3 p.m. Eastern. So there's lots of time.
It will be a late day if it has a lot of players. But
yeah, I think they capped it at 24 maybe. And then we have the face-to-face games February 6th. 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I believe the 6th and 8th are just this event here. It's like they just play pods.
it's a mini, yeah. It's a
like
pod
3 rounds.
event. You earn tickets for each pod. But the main event is
So
on
is it
Saturday.
is it each pod? So like each pod,
Yeah.
so you
Each
pay
pod.
$50. You pay 3 pods. Each one you win gets 400 ticks. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
not bad then. The 8th is the same event. And then the big event that weekend is the CEDH Canadian Champs, which is a claim of all time. But here it is, $50 to enter. They're running on Top Deck. No deck list, which is kind of surprising. And at regular REL. No proxies for any of these because face-to-face doesn't do proxies. Prizing for this is 200 prize ticks and an uncut sheet and a custom art print.
2,000.
2,000 prize ticks. Second through 4th get 2,000 prize ticks and an uncut sheet. 5th through 16th is 2,000 prize tickets.
So the weekend of the bands back in not last year. It's been over a year now. Year and a bit.
October 2023. Yeah.
October 2023. Kevin and I did a face-to-face event that was very similar in pricing.
This is active event. Yeah.
Yeah, this is active event. We both got top 4. I walked away with a Bloom Barrel showcase foil sheet. He walked away with. Did you get Lord of the Rings or
Lord of the Rings? It was like an alternate. I can't remember the exact sheet. It had a bunch of alternate arts on it. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Top. Then there was Brother of War, and then there was also the best sheet. There was the Modern Horizons.
It was a Modern Horizons foil mythic sheet, I think.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And I know the person who they sold that for like multiple thousand.
Yeah. So if you have the opportunity to play a non-proxy deck, I would sign up for this. I'm gonna be there playing. Looks like they're getting a little limited. They got 34 tickets left in stock out of 64. So they got 30 entrants so far.
Up.
Yeah. Look at getting your tickets quick. And yeah, got to decide what I'm going to play for that. Because I have, between that and Gamebridge, I have no idea what I'm going to play for my no proxy tournaments. Because Aang is really fun, but I'm not...
I only have one choice for face-to-face.
For me, it's between Aang and Blue Farm. And Blue Farm, I would have to take out the duels, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But
I'm 9 cards off of non-proxy Kenriff, and I could borrow all 8 of those cards.
Yeah, but if I win a scrub land, I'm one closer to Blue Farm, so that's good. But yeah, I got to make some decisions as to what I'm going to play. If you have any suggestions or ideas or why I should play a certain deck, comment on this video.
Start a conversation.
Yeah, go to the Discord and start a conversation and say, hey, Kevin, you're being an idiot, play this deck. And I'll be like, yeah, you're probably
Kevin
right.
loves to be called an idiot.
I do. It's a kink.
Yeah. No, Kevin and I love talking to the community. We love trying to encourage people to get out to more events, and we would love to see you around.
Yeah.
So, again, my name is Joseph. Andrew already left, and this is Kevin. Ignite CEDH. We'll take care.
I ended up cutting our conversation that we had about the face-to-face tournament, Andrew. It just didn't really patch well with the rest of the episode. So we can talk about the pricing for that again, because it's abysmal.
Is it abysmal like that?
It's fine, but like
So
it was better when we went.
really, I thought it was the exact same.
No, there's no sheets.
Yeah, there was.
Not for
There's prize sheets for the top two. I saw that tournament get it. Uncut sheet or something. I don't know.
CEDH. Yeah, first, second, and third, and fourth do get an uncut sheet. Yeah, then the pricing's fine.
It's
I missed
identical. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And
But
the
like running it at regular
modern-
with no deck lists is like
no
they don't
deck
know-
lists.
They don't know what they're doing. Not that there's ever deck checks in CEDH anyway, but
Well, they did deck check last time. We won.
well, they can't deck check without a deck list.
You want the questions now, so you can think about the cards, like best card draw engine release this year, something like that, or do you want to just like right on the spot?
Well, nothing got released this year.
Well, thinking like last year still is like the.
I just I think the thing overreaction is it's nice to just like react to it, right? That's
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, what about this card? Oh, we'll get that up. It should be on Scryfall now. That's good. That we can cut this out
You just type more of its name.
because it should be right here.
There it is.
Tam, mindful first year.
Like, if hybrid rules come out, this could be a good Urza card.
I don't think
Urza's a little
Urza doesn't
sorcery
cast-
speed.
Yeah, there's just do sorcery speed for this. But
You can activate Urza. Is Urza's ability sorcery only, or
no, but you need to have the right timing to cast the spells you exile off Ursa.
really? I thought it casted immediately.
No, it
Just
doesn't.
going
No
off
right
of memory.
timing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you still need to follow timing rules.
By the way, I did not realize this, but if you click on Yuriko, Mateo comes up as the first link
Oh no way.
on EDH Top 60.
First, I had just like this. It's like, what do you think best draw engine released this year? So, I guess last year, 2025 best draw engine release. Do you think Polywog Prodigy, Wan Chi Tong, Trouble in Pairs, or something else?
Wan
What do
Chi
you think?
Tong.
Trouble in Paris was not this year.
It wasn't this year.
No, Murder of Murder
Oh, yeah.
is 2024.
Scratch that.
Wan Chi Tong.
It's by far Wan Chi Tong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
By
think
far
there
Wan Chi Tong?
is. I don't think there. So let me just quickly run through my Kenrith deck. I don't think there was anything else I added from into Kenrith
Unagi,
that
but I
draws
don't think
cards.
that's better.
Yeah, Unagi was the only other thing that draws cards that came out this year, and Wan Chi Tong was by far the best one. I'm not seeing a lot of play of it, but that's just me. I haven't seen it a lot. It's been a fine card. I just don't think it's made the impact that it probably should. Oh, Taru is also like a decent.
Yeah, but it's not a
I really
draw
don't like that
engine.
card, but yeah.
It
I know
draws you a card.
Yeah,
It
draws
technically
you a card.
draws. It's not an
Yeah.
engine. It's not an engine,
Yeah.
but
No.
it's a draw card effect.
Okay. Are you the same? I guess no one likes Polywog other than me here. I love my Polywog.
You like your polywogs, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of fetishes, that's like.
Remember that one game, the Kenna game, Kevin? We were
Also-
you had a Polywog
I,
win
I
insane.
remember the entire
Also-
one game it went off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Polywog was not this year.
Polywog wasn't this year? I
No,
thought Blue
it was
Mirror was
last
this
year.
year.
It was Bloom Barrel.
Was that?
I'm pretty sure it was Bloom Barrel, which was last year.
Bloomborough was last year. Oh, I thought it was this year. Yeah,
2024,
Pollywog was
sorry.
Bloomborough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right. What's the
It was the end of last year. I mean, end of 2024, but
Shoot,
it
that
was
messes
not
up because
this
I have Enduring Vitality on here. That was Bloomborough as well.
year. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloomberg was fine for CDH.
Bloomborough.
Yeah, Bloom Barrel was hot for CEDH.
All right. So
So let's cut that question out because there was one answer to
That's
it.
good. It's gonna go in the outtakes, and that's gonna be really funny.
well, I had a whole bunch of sets from Bloomborough in here. Best cards. A lot of them were from Bloomborough. All right. What do you
Bloomberg
guys
was
think?
great for 2025 CD.
Energy was a little low, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning, and we'll.
Yeah. And, like, the cards were mediocre.
Yeah, most of the sets we review are going to be like that. I think the Universes Beyond sets will end up being like higher power level because they want to push those. Yeah, it is what it is.
Like, the most affecting sets are typically modern-only sets, and I don't think we get any of those this year.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So we don't know, like, everything's balanced around standard. So it's, like, hard to really put something super powerful. Okay, I'm going to go eat breakfast.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go get ready for my day. See you.